Muslims live here. With Bayut, find real and authentic properties using TrueCheck. Download the app or visit Bayut.com.
Right, we're down here in Abu Dhabi, but of course we are keeping an eye and a focus on all things UAE, and that's where we'll cross back live to Dubai to catch up with the Director of Sales of Dubizzle and Bayut. Fibha Ahmed, kind enough to join us to crunch a few of the numbers coming out of the real estate, the property, and specifically the hospitality sector this afternoon. Fibha, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tom.
So let's look at hospitality. Here we are in the ADGM. We are in the shadow, if you like, Fibha, of the Four Seasons down here in Abu Dhabi, the Rosewood to the other side as well. We can vouch for the fact that they are chock-a-block at the moment and seeing great business because of the ongoing events here in the Emirates. But that certainly seems to be the case across the board. We're looking at occupancy levels in Dubai's hospitality sector reaching 75.7, almost 76% in the first 8 months of 2023. From your figures, from your data, what's driving this?
As you rightly mentioned, that this influx of tourists is not only just specific to Abu Dhabi at the moment, where you're based. Interestingly, our office is also in the same area where you guys are placed right now, so I'm very familiar with that area. Beautiful location. When we look at Dubai numbers, Dubai has shown a great resilience, especially in the tourism sector. Where we have seen occupancy rates building on to 76% as we speak. And this, of course, you have the winter boom when during cooler months you see more people coming to the city. And then we have a wide variety of events that recently took place. You have your Dubai Air Show where you guys did a fabulous coverage. And then we're gearing up to COP28. So what we see on our platforms is 20% increase in terms of inquiries for short-term rentals. That's the space where we have visibility in the hospitality sector. We have multiple holiday homes and short-term rental companies that list with us, and all of them are seeing an increase in demand. If I look at the numbers that we have for May, June, July in terms of inquiries versus August, September, October, we've seen 105% increase in inquiries with only 8% increase in short-term listings. So that can tell you how busy this market is.
Busy market. Getting busier at the moment, a number of initiatives being put into place, none more so than this new GCC Visa. I'm assuming that the implications of this could be significant, again, for hospitality.
Absolutely. When you look at how this visa has played in other parts of the world, and we've been talking a lot about Schengen visa, where people have, they apply for one region or one country, and then they have access to multiple other countries. Based on those lines, I think this is a great start for the GCC region as a whole, as one nation, to attract more tourists. To put things into perspective, when we look at the numbers, GCC as a whole had about 39 million visitors last year, whereas Dubai got 14.3 million visitors. Now, if you look at that difference with this unified visa, we will be opening doors to a lot of visitors, tourists who are in the region, which is very close to us, very similar to us. And of course, with the plethora of activities and the hotels and all the glitz and glams of Dubai, we would be opening doors to a lot more tourists. Dubai itself is aiming to attract about 40 million tourists by 2030, which I think is quite doable.
That's great news for the aforementioned hotels that we've just been mentioning there and those that invest in hospitality. What about, is there a link, and have you seen any correlation between increase in tourist numbers, maybe somebody coming into a region for the very first time, maybe putting aside some of the misconceptions of a region or a country, and then potentially investing in them? Is there any link between the two?
Well, we see in the numbers in terms of transactions, and when we talk to our partners who, of course, deal with the end users who invest and buy, we have seen a lot of our partners reporting about 50, 60, 70% of their investors are foreign investors. Now, when you look at how this has been flaring in the UAE, you, of course, not only get the leisure travelers, you also get the business travelers. You also have seen an influx of nomadic workers and remote workers workers who are coming to this region, and they extend their stay for more than a month. They are here for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Now, with all the flexibility that we have provided in this region, thanks to the authorities with regards to long-term visas, freelancer visas, special visas, these people are becoming more and more familiar with the region. And of course, given the level of safety, the level of infrastructure, these are all very attractive points for people who came here for a visit, then came again, and then decided to make this their home. And not to forget the expat community here. A lot of people have their relatives. A lot of families are based here. When their relatives visit, Dubai automatically stands out from a lot of other international cities for a number of reasons that I mentioned there: the safety, the infrastructure, the access to entertainment, the cultural activities, and of course this very inclusive environment where we live in harmony with so many cultures, so many nationalities. All of these are very attractive for people to consider investing and buying here.